Fossil records. Fossil records show the most visible form of evolution in animals over time. Some evidence shows how some animals now have changed from how they looked thousands of years ago. Other fossil records show evolution through what types of animals and plants lived before our time, or even when humans were alive. The gathering of the data is easiest when bones and shells of animals have been preserved very well. For instance, fossil records show the difference in anatomy, making morphological evidence. From fossil records, we can determine the size, shape, and even certain behaviors from the extinct organisms we had before. Some examples of fossil evolution. Looking back at the balisaurid whales, who lived about 34 to 40 million years ago, they had small feet which stuck out of their lower abdominal area. Yet now whales have evolved to not have feet. Looking at another example, another proof of evolution is how we look at this fossil record of ancient reptiles and compare it to modern mammals. With the diagram above, it is shown that a cynodont, which was a reptile, had very similar traits as the mammal. So how do fossil records become fossils? When an animal dies, water and wind blows tiny specks of sediment onto the animal or any organism that can be fossilized. Then, over time, if the chances are high, the organism can form into a fossil. This can mean that even a bacteria can be fossilized. So these records can show the evolution of organisms and quantity of the organisms that live there. For example, archaeologists, who are people that find and study history, found out from the abundance of fossils that some eras have more organisms than other eras. So the difference in abundancy of life can be shown in this picture comparing Cenozoic